This episode, building a rolling base for your grill. So the casters on John's grill finally stopped casting, aka they don't move because Johnny let them rust to death. So, in the fashion of a true handyman, Johnny decided he's going to use his resources and build a new base for his grill. Now, folks, if you've ever had that, I have, I know. This is a deep dive in how to do that build. Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show. Home improvement and maintenance tips from the pros. Thanks for listening to another edition of the Handyman Pros Radio Show, where our goal is to help save you time, money, and aggravation in your home maintenance and repair. This edition's entitled Building a Rolling Base for Your Grill. And to help me explain, I'm here with my ever-cheerful co-host and old buddy, Johnny. Johnny, go. It's up to you. Go.
Well, you know, at the rate, so long story short, I had an old grill that lasted until the squirrels ate it.
Yeah.
Literally, they ate. It was a lot of plastic on it. Mm-hmm. They actually ate the casters. They ate the knobs on the burners. They ate everything. I mean,
hopefully they ate some lead too while you were at it. But anyway, keep going.
So I always said, well, I'm next grill I get, I'm going to get a stainless steel grill.
Got it.
Be done with it. Okay.
Yep.
So I do that. Well, guess what's not stainless steel or anything else? That's the casters.
The casters.
So even if you put a cover on it, guess what's still exposed? Casters. And there was no way to stop these things from just, going south. They I was oiling them. I was doing everything. But unless you were on that thing, every single week, there's no way. No way. And so anyways, they rusted out. They were getting a real pain at some point, and then they just froze up solid. I mean, so I tried to break them free. I put penetrating oil on. I did everything. And, after a while, it's like, look, I'm pushing a rope here, and every other thing you can think of that goes along with that. But I said, well, finally, I'm just gonna get rid of those things altogether. I couldn't even get them out. I couldn't even get them out.
Oh, Johnny, you got them off. I know you did. How'd you get them off?
I used a recip saw.
Oh, so yeah, they came off.
They came off. They came off. They didn't like it, but they came off.
Yeah, they came off. That's right. That's right.
So anyways, let me kind of show you what I did here. So I said, finally, a new base for my grill. I was really getting tired of fighting that thing. And when you stain your deck or anything, you want to move your grill,
Well, you want to move your grill so you can clean under it every once in a while. And, it's just the whole idea of having it on wheels is so that you can move it, right? I mean, just for this, that, and the next thing. Hey, you want to reorganize the deck for whatever, whatever. There's a million reasons. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I was just basically tired of rusted wheels. And the rust from those things was getting onto the deck, and it was a mess.
Oh, I was making
and it was staining it. Oh,
yeah.
I couldn't get the wheels off. And I say that because would I try to replace those casters? Yeah, but they were frozen in there. And short of taking, in short of taking like an oxyacetylene torch or something to heat it up to unfreeze it, which I thought about, but then it would have blued the stainless steel around it. So that was not an option.
Right.
So I'm kind of in a rock and a hard spot there, from that perspective.
So I want to add something here. So along with that, so I've seen the finished product, folks, just so you know, and we'll get to the finished product when we move on down. But one of the things as part of the planning process of this was John also he did some things to his new grill base that were different than the old grill base because he wanted to add some accessories. And this is kind of part of that planning process, but it was kind of like, have you ever had a grill that you sat there and you said, I wish this thing had X, or this and that and the next thing. And so this is an opportunity in disguise, right? In that getting these casters off the old one and building this new base give you the opportunity to think about some of the things that you want to do that are different from the way it exists currently. So I just wanted to throw that out there, John.
No, that's exactly right. And I will tell you that when you look at like the grills that have a lot of space in them, they're really expensive. I mean,
sure, they're super expensive.
Exactly. Yeah. Sky's the limit once again on grills. And my goal was, I don't have, big family. I don't need all these a great big grill. But, this grill I wanted was just to be stainless steel and, and that was it. But then you're right. I said, well, if I'm going to do this, let's just make a bigger platform for it.
Right.
So I can get some stuff off the ground, kind of on board stuff.
Yeah, and then you can move it around on the wheels, right?
Then I can move it around, because every time I cooked on it, guess what? The prevailing wind was going where?
The wrong way.
Right into my face, And of course, you come in and you smell like, whatever you're cooking out there for, it's like, oh man, so everybody gets it. So here's a picture of my, my grill.
Yeah, that's the picture of the original grill there,
right?
With just the stainless steel. You've got some wood under it there. It's probably to hold it up, just because it was probably falling down.
Well,
anyway,
I got it under there so I could get those casters off the ground, because I'm about ready to cut those things off.
Ah, got it.
And I stripped this grill out. I took everything out of it so it was light, so I could move it myself.
Okay.
But anyways, so that's why I got it jacked up on a brick and a 2x4. But I just went and I just cut, and you can see the new platform here, but I wanted to kind of show you what it looked like before. But these were all, just totally rusted wheels. It was just, it was a total mess. And I'm sure a lot of people have this issue. I had it with my other grill too, by the way.
I've had it with my grills too. It's like they make a great, you make a great grill and you just miss that one little detail.
That's right? Exactly.
It's just that one little detail. And I don't know why they do that. The manufacturers, when I say that, they do, they build these great, and they just leave out certain parts, and I know it's probably for cost reasons, but it's just kind of cost or availability. Maybe they just don't make a good stainless steel caster. I don't know.
Well, one that you can afford. Let's put it that way. See, that's the thing.
So let's get into this, Johnny. Let's get into the planning on it. So people have an idea. There's your grill, right?
Yeah. So
and next to it, we have your new platform.
Right.
But let's do this step by step. So you were thinking about it, and you knew you had a form factor there on your grill, right? So I don't know what the size is, but it doesn't really matter, because it's going to be the square, and you need to mount that to your new grill size, right? So that's your minimum size, is the base that you got there, right? Is that
right?
The
right.
idea?
So I think this was like maybe 2x2 here. This thing.
Okay. Yep.
The reach from here to here, I think, is 4 feet.
Okay.
Okay. So I said, you know what? Why not build a platform that's as wide as this, from wing to wing on this thing? And then incorporate, this down here, which you'll see the hole here. But, I said, well, I always keep like tanks, and I got this old thing under here, because it was rusting and all the rust was coming off that thing. It was like a grill mat. Yep. And, by the way, folks, after about 2 years of that thing, you might as well just toss it. And what you're looking at there is about 10 years. So, anyways, it was time. I couldn't take this anymore, and I'm in the process of gonna clean down the deck and restain the deck. So I'm like, I gotta fight this thing. So I might as well bite the bullet and get it done. And when you said, I think we were talking, and I was in Lowe's at the time buying wood. And when you said hang on to your wallet, hang on to your wallet. even a simple build like this. It's kind
Just,
of a
just
little.
to give you the story, folks. John calls me. We're on the phone, and John's walking into Lowe's to get the parts for this thing, and I said, "Well, how much stuff are you getting?" He says, "Oh, I'm getting like 2 4x4s and some 2x4s and a couple other stuff." And I was like, "Hold on to your wallet." He's like, "No, it's not going to be that much." Then he's like, "Holy smokes, look at the price of the 4x4s and look at the." I said, "I told you." I go, "You haven't bought stuff in a while." I mean, we buy stuff on a regular basis, but it's not until it's actually for yourself that you start like going like, "Holy smokes, like this really is gotten expensive." Anyway,
Yeah, it was. I knew how much the wood, how much these 4x4s are going to cost. But then when you start to put it all together and you say, well, didn't go into this project to spend that kind of money.
right.
But
Yep.
it's like, man, where it happened to the good old days.
So your size. So anyway, let's get back to the planning of this. So you got this. You wanted the size to be the size of the wings of 4x4s. Did you have any accessories in mind? You had some accessories in mind that you were
So
putting
yeah,
on
so
there,
let me
right?
yeah, so I'll show you what I did. But like an extra thing
Extra
of
tank.
extra
Is that?
tank, and I
Yep.
always kept that thing all the way down here, and it
Right.
was a mess. I mean,
Right.
it's a mess, and
Right.
so anyways,
And you did not put a wall. So this is the platform that we're looking at right here. You didn't put up any walls up the back. So in theory, you could have put some walls up, like a potential wall, and put hanging things up under there too. But you chose not to do that, right?
still can do it.
Still can't. Well, it could do it as an add-on, right? So yeah.
So what I
So
did, so what you're looking at here, so what I did was just, it's extremely simple. It was just, 4x4s, and I think it was, I want to say 19 inches to the back, 4 feet across, or was it 2 feet? I can't remember
doesn't
exactly,
matter.
but it doesn't matter. But
This
it
is
was
not
just,
a plan for this, but
yeah,
this is just some ideas so that you can get an idea of how
right,
to do this kind of thing and show a finished product, right?
right.
So
And
your dimensions may vary because
let
this
me
was
see
just
if
for
there's
one specific
there's a
grill.
better picture of it. So,
Yeah.
this is what I did. Very simple. I just took a couple of, some 2x4s, just built a platform. Then I ran another set of 2x4s on the bottom here, just to reinforce it, and so that the thing can sit on here. And then I put some 5/4 boards. I sawed them, ripped them down so they fit, so that that is exactly the 4 feet plus the grill without those old casters can sit in here. And
So talk to me about your casters. So you tell me about your casters. I want
these
to know what you put on there and
well
what sort of.
these are like, I think they're 2.5 or 3 inch casters, and I bought them at the big box store, but I painted them. I painted them with Rust-Oleum. I don't know how long I'm going to get out of them, but the good news is all I got to do is take the grill off of there and unscrew them and replace them now.
Yeah, you put them in with wood screws. They're not part of metal, right? They're not into metal. They're a flat plate. Is that correct? Flat
Yeah.
plate with a caster on it.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So if anything happens, from now on, this thing should live for a long time now. And so even if I have to replace the casters, which I don't anticipate replacing for quite a while because I painted them, don't put them on as they come out of the bin because they're just metal. They're going to rust right off the bat.
Yep.
So, basically that's really it. It's a simple build. I put it all together, obviously with outdoor screws, meant for this, and
All pressure treated wood.
All pressure treated wood.
Yep.
It's heavy as hell, I'll tell you that much. But that's fine. It's probably overbuilt.
It's on wheels, baby.
And it's on wheels. And
So who cares?
So, I just started to load it up onto this thing. And
So question, is there a particular reason why you left the center part open? Was that by design, or was that just a cost saving measure, or just is there a reason there for that or not?
Yes. So that rain or whatever can pour straight through it.
Okay, got it.
All the way through the grill, all the
sense.
way out the bottom, because I didn't want it laying around on some shelf underneath there. I mean, you guys,
Okay.
whoever, if you guys want to build something like this, do what you want. But I just wanted to go all the way through onto my deck and out. I didn't want it to slosh around in there. I just knew that was going to turn into a complete disaster.
Okay.
There it is.
And there it is, a finished product.
Yep, finished product. I got, the extra tank on the side. I thought about, putting more stuff on the side here. As I looked at it more and more, I could have closed this all off here. I could have made a shelf in there and a door and all kinds of stuff, right? All right, could have left it open. I could have done a couple of different things here.
And you still can.
And I still can. So, from that perspective, it's all, but there's plenty of platform space here, and now I can roll this around. I got storage in here. And it cleaned up. I used to have all kinds of stuff on top of here. But this grill is, man, when did I buy that thing? I'll bet that grill has got to be at least 15 or 20 years old.
Yeah, and the grill itself is still fine,
brand
right?
new.
And now it's in even better shape.
I rebuild the guts of it like almost every year. You say everything's stainless steel. Well, that's true. But those burners. Those burners go right through, But the rest of it is great. So, I highly recommend buying a stainless steel grill, but it's those casters that get you every single time. And it's like, are you kidding me with that stuff?
So we're big on giving people I call them the bugless things, right? It's the things you use all the time that bother you the most, like door handles that stick, right?
Yeah.
Right? Going out to move your grill and the frickin' casters don't spin. It will I'm going to speak for myself. That stuff is the stuff that the curse words start out with. For me, it's like
it makes for a rotten start to the cooking day.
Well, and it's just a simple process, and if it just worked right, you'd be, it's like, this is so simple, it just needs to work right. So anyway, I call it those are the Larry Bugless. I fixed some of those things on the handyman side.
And the other thing it was doing is that when it started to lock up, and you're absolutely right, you go out, and so when you moved it, it would just scratch the heck out of the deck. It wouldn't even roll, now you've
created more projects that you didn't want.
Bingo. Right? Yep. Yeah, the whole thing goes, it's like a pyramid of, a clown show. It just, everything falls apart at that. And I'm like, okay, great. And I just used it last night. It was great. The wind was coming from, I'm like, I'm prepared for that. I just move it around, there we go. I'm like, and I can tuck it away in the corner now. Before it lived at that one spot forever. But, now it's great.
Forever. Johnny, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
when you were on the spit, on the grill, on the spaceship, did they move you around or not?
Did I tell you the one about the new bar in town?
Yeah, folks, we make this stuff up. This is not trust me, this is not scripted.
No, spaceship wants new casters.
The spaceship, they want new casters. Yeah, Johnny's next project, folks. We'll report on this. Casters for up under the spaceship landing wheel so he can move it around the shop easier while he's taking it apart. That's the next episode of the Caster Show on the Handyman Pros Radio Show. Folks, if you enjoy the Handyman Pros Radio Show, please tell your friends, send them a link to this craziness. Let them know that we're out here and we're trying to get our listenership up, and we'd appreciate it if you'd spread the good words if you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, well, send us an email then, questions@handymanprosradioshow.com to tell us what we can do better, or send it to handymanprosradioshow@gmail.com. Either one of those ways are a way to get a hold of us. You can put it on our Facebook page. That's @HandymanPros on Facebook, and you can Twitter us stuff as well. That's @HandymanRadio. Also, if you want to join our newsletter, go to our website, handymanprosradioshow.com, and go to our contact page and sign up for our newsletter. And as always, we appreciate you listening. We will see you next week on the Handyman Pros Radio Show.